Enzo Maresca is a miracle worker. This is the reason I always say this. I've been constantly screaming this thing since that Club World Cup final versus PSG. Chelsea fans, you don't know how blessed you are to have such a young, tactically brilliant and intelligent manager at your club. Many of you don't know what you have at Chelsea. That's why many of you still be doubting this guy. I always tell you, Chelsea fans, I'm not surprised at all that he was able to get a draw against Arsenal with 10 men. At all, I'm not surprised. I predicted Arsenal will win that game because I believe Arsenal is the best team in the world still. And I believe 100% that Arsenal will most likely win the Premier League. I believe this is their season. But you look at Chelsea. When it comes to these big one-off games, it is Chelsea's food. As soon as they got that red card, I knew it would be difficult. I was watching the match with people. I told them that Arsenal cannot win this match again. Because Chelsea, this is their food. When it comes to scripts in football, it is Chelsea's food. And it's all down to Enzo Maresca. You hardly find a game, a big game, 8 out of 10 times Enzo Maresca doesn't tactically outclass his opponent. In a big game. Last season, he was not good at it. And that is the best quality of Enzo Maresca. Last season, he was losing big games and stuff like that. But he has learned. He learns. That is his biggest attribute. That is his best attribute. This same season, he had a game where he got red card versus Man United in a big game. Took off 2 of his wingers. Lost that game disgracefully. Even in that game, he was still trying. Earlier this season too, versus Brentford, he had a big Champions League game versus Bayern Munich. Dropped points to Brentford because he rotated the squad, and then he played the strongest squad versus Bayern and still lost by 3-1. Last game, he beat Burnley, then beat Barcelona. That is how you learn. I always tell Chelsea fans, remember, he was managing Leicester. I just brought them up from the Champions League. He has not had big club experience. And his first big club experience, he was playing Conference League where he could divide the squad into 2. One squad is playing Premier League, one squad is playing Conference League. Now you cannot try that in Champions League. You have to play your best squad every time. He's even made that mistake versus that Karabag where he drew. But he has learnt. He has learnt. That is the main thing. Now, imagine playing against the best team in the league, in Arsenal, and you get a red card. In what minute did Caicedo get a red card? Very early in the second half, he got a red card. He did not panic at all like he did in the Man United game. No, he calmed down. He selected the right players to bring. And even before that red card, Chelsea was the one dominating that game. Anybody that watched that game and tells you otherwise is just lying. Chelsea were the better side. If we are going off the fact that Arsenal is the best team in the world currently, and I stand by that fact, Chelsea were the better side in this game. And they impressed me as always. This kind of big games, Chelsea, they chop winch come. That physicality that Arsenal had, Chelsea were surprised at how, Arsenal were surprised at how Arsenal matched them. And I think from the very jump of the game, I don't think Arsenal was truly up for this game. I didn't feel that same energy I felt against Bayern Munich where they were dominant. Even without the ball, they were still putting pressure on Bayern Munich. I didn't feel it. I feel Chelsea somehow stifled them, surprised them. And for me, they shouldn't be surprised at this point because no matter how good you are currently, it is a London derby, first of all. It is against your biggest rival, second of all. Thirdly, they don't want to see you win that Premier League title, so they'll do anything to stop you winning it. And then it's at Stamford Bridge. So these are the factors that should have made you extra prepared. I know obviously the absence of Saliba and Hincapié added to it, and that is not... Sorry, Saliba and Gabriel added to it. But then Chelsea is without Palmer, and then they still played with 10 men and still came out to the draw. That is the tactical brilliance of Enzo Maresca. That is why I always tell Chelsea fans, look around everybody at your club when anything is going wrong. Look around all the players, analyze everything before then you now look at Enzo Maresca. Because I see many Chelsea fans, Enzo Maresca out. That time you are using to say Enzo Maresca out, you go to the Adidas Tech store and buy the Chelsea away or third kit. Or Arsenal fans, you go there, buy any of the jerseys right now. Shop for any of them. Delivery is worldwide. Go to our website or go to our WhatsApp store, this number above, and shop immediately. So that is it. This guy is a very intelligent manager.